And it was on this day 3 years ago that Egypt's strongman of more than 30 years was forced from office. Well, following his ouster, Hosni Mubarak has had to adapt to life at a military prison. But Egypt's transition to democracy has been rather more complicated, and power has shifted from the military to the Muslim Brotherhood and back again. And some of those who were once part of Mubarak's inner circle are themselves making a comeback. Our France 24 team in Cairo sent us this report.
Zamlout sat as an MP for 10 years in Egypt's parliament, representing North Sinai when Hosni Mubarak was still the president. He was a member of Mubarak's NDP, the party that monopolised the political scene here for decades before being banned after the 2011 revolution. He's considering running in the upcoming parliamentary elections and has no regrets about being a member of the former regime.
I'm not ashamed that I was a member of the National Democratic Party because, in my opinion, the NPD wasn't a corrupt party. There are tens of thousands, perhaps up to 3 million NDP members who are normal members, who are good members, and who didn't get any personal benefits from being in this party. On the contrary, they offered service to their community and country and provided a dignified image for their own constituencies.
According to Suleiman, it was a coterie of businessmen close to Mubarak that brought about his downfall. Like many members of the ousted ruling party, he laid low after the 2011 revolution, but 3 years on, they're increasingly reclaiming their place in public life. Supporters of the former regime are known by the pejorative term feloul. Now they're being welcomed back by a protest-weary population yearning for stability. And it's the Muslim Brotherhood who are vilified, with both state and private media fueling anti-Brotherhood sentiment. Feloul, a new TV station, has just started broadcasting here. The face of the channel is the actress and singer Sama al-Masri. Her comedy show, Aywa Ba'a, takes aim at both liberal politicians and the Muslim Brotherhood. Here she's making fun of the four-finger sign that's become a symbol of resistance of the now outlawed Islamist group.
ده الشعار اللي بقى مرفوع دلوقتي يا جماعة في الشوارع وأحيانا في بيوت الإخوان رابعة في كل مكان. حبيبي هل في انتخابات؟
Here she wears a Hosni Mubarak t-shirt as a dig at the famous opposition figure and Mubarak's nemesis, Mohammed al-Baradei, lampooned on the show. With the next episode now recorded, there's a quick debrief with her manager. Then she's happy to tell us how relieved she is that Egyptian politics seems to have made a U-turn.
Honestly, after the year we saw under Muslim Brotherhood rule, people have come to the conclusion that military rule is much better than Muslim Brotherhood rule. Now, if you go into the street and ask somebody, are you feloul or Muslim Brotherhood, he'll say feloul and be proud of it.
3 years after his ouster, the spectre of Mubarak's downfall still looms large.
Behind me is the burnt-out headquarters of Hosni Mubarak's ruling party. It was torched by angry protesters during the 2011 uprising against him as symbols of the state came under attack. 3 years on, and those same activists who led the revolution against him claim that an even more repressive regime is beginning to emerge, and some of those activists are now in jail.
Among them, a key figure in the revolution, Ala Abdel Fattah, a blogger who was jailed under Mubarak, the military rulers that succeeded him, and brought to trial during Mohamed Morsi's rule. Police burst into his home in November last year. He's now in jail, accused of holding illegal demonstrations. His parents believe his arrest is political retribution for Ala's role as a leading voice in Mubarak's overthrow.
All that's happening to all the young generation now is a revenge for the revolution. The Ministry of the Interior, at least, and probably the whole ruling clique, have two agendas. One is eliminating the Muslim Brotherhood. The other is eliminating the revolutionaries.
Ala's father is himself a veteran activist and served a 5-year jail term in the 1980s. He's also a lawyer and is representing his son.
Up to now, there's no date for the trial, and it's not normal. And there's no legal way for us to force them to set a date for the hearing.
This family, well known for speaking out against the Egyptian security apparatus, can now only wait to find out what will happen to their son.
That was Focus. Well, that's it from me for this hour. I'll be back at the top of the hour with the top stories, including all the latest on the French president's official trip to the United States of America. We'll have all the latest on that in just a minute. You stay tuned.